Hi there! These are my sketchbooks from the past 6 years, and they're all full. So, in this time, I have picked up a thing or two on how to start and finish a sketchbook. So, today I'm going to flip through this and explain to you my top 7 tips on how to start and finish a sketchbook.
Tip number 1, define a purpose for your sketchbook. For example, this one, I was using it to learn how to illustrate. If you make yourself some rules, it will be much easier to fill your sketchbook when you know what you're going to use it for. Is it going to be for a little sketching? Is it going to be to jot down ideas? Do you want to make studies? Do you want to make finished paintings? Then you can flip through. For example, right now I have these other sketchbook that I'm using just to quickly sketch ideas or concepts that I use for videos or shorts. Back to the one I was showing you before, I really used it to learn to practice expression, movement, how to create patterns, so it was really easy to keep filling page after page. This here is an old sketchbook. I think it's from 2017 or 18 at the most. And I honestly hadn't flipped through it since probably then. And I found all of these very cute dog sketches. And I think I'm going to revisit these designs because I found them to be adorable. Number 2, set goals for your sketchbook. If you don't want your sketchbook to lay there for what could be literally years, you need to define goals. For example, I'm sharing my first sketchbook from when I came back to art on 2017. The purpose of this book was to refocus and process my emotions, to find a tool to help me with what were then my very hard life experiences. So my goal was to create on it every single day. If your objective is to fill your sketchbook, create goals and commit to them. This will probably involve a timeline, so find out what you're comfortable with and do it. The important thing is once you set this daily, weekly, or monthly goals, it will be much easier to fill a book without feeling frustrated or guilty. The sketchbook will have a specific function in your life, and that would help it take shape. Honestly, I never thought I would actually share the pages of these two first sketchbooks because, as you can see, there are drawings there or writings there that at the time felt deeply personal, but now I feel proud of the work I did in them and that I used them to fulfill a purpose, which they did. I committed to something, and at the end they were a great tool, and I have all of these beautiful and not so beautiful pages to look back at and remember about my life journey. Tip number 3, choose a medium. This is an important one because it also ties up to how you're going to use your sketchbook. Also, sometimes limiting your materials can force you to be more creative and can allow the process to be easier for you. In this sketchbook, you can see most of the drawings were in fact made only with colored pencils. This helped me to create page after page after page after page, and also to carry my little set of colored pencils with me, which made it really easy to keep the sketchbook practice alive. Tip number 4, if you're not feeling it, just doodle or make marks to start. Even if you're going for a sketchbook that's going to be filled with beautiful finished drawings, keep some pages at the back or at the front where you can exercise your creative muscle before starting. Sometimes the blank page is taunting, so just doodle. Make little faces, whatever you're comfortable with, and start developing ideas for that. This sketchbook that I'm showing you right now, it's a perfect example where I was just using the last pages and back cover to make marks, spill paint, or do whatever. At the end, I turned them into finished trees. Also, the abstracts I showed you in the sketchbook are also me just having fun by mindlessly creating lines, and these ideas later turned into a whole series of abstract landscapes. Number 5, take it with you. Whenever I can, I have a sketchbook or notebook near me because I like to write down ideas that I get from my surrounding environment. When I started sketching, I would even always sketch while I was waiting for my food in restaurants. Number 6, this can also be very important. If you're not a full-time artist or you don't use your sketchbook on a regular basis already, set up a time where it's comfortable for you to use it and define how much time that is gonna be. Then use the sketchbook at the same time every single day. This could be right before bed, when you wake up, at a coffee break, or before lunch or after dinner. This is a new example for me. I have this new notebook that I'm using before going to bed sometimes because I'm creating meditative art on it because it helps me relax. And finally, tip number 7. This is a big one. Ignore others' expectations. One of the biggest things for me was to understand that I was the one who chose if I wanted to share my sketchbooks, if I could allow someone to see them, and that I also, if I did share, I had power on what I was sharing from these sketchbooks. This completely changed my practice because I understood it didn't need to be perfect. I don't know where I got the idea that sketchbooks need to be perfect, but I understood they don't need to be. They can be used to develop ideas or for whatever, so it's okay if they're a complete horrid mess. And it's also okay if you have a sketchbook and it takes you a year to fill it, or it takes you a week to fill it, or if you change your mind. For example, this sketchbook is the largest I have, and I bought it because I thought it would be beautiful to make this perfect cute illustrations on them. And you know what? I got bored. It became something I had to do and I started hating it. So then one day I grabbed it and I just started painting whatever, developing 3 ideas. And then another day I was in my bed and my daughter had left her markers there and I just started doing these portraits and it became ideas for new paintings. So it's okay. If you need permission for your sketchbook to be a mess or to do whatever you want with it, you have my permission. I'm a professional artist now and I'm giving you permission if that's what you need. Okay, that was my last tip. I hope you enjoyed these. I hope they help you. And I hope you liked looking through all sketchbooks with me. It was great for me because I thought of new ideas. I see things I want to rework. But I want to hear from you if you saw anything in this video that you liked or if you think any of these tips will help you. That's it for me today. I'm gonna leave you to a link of this video, my very first YouTube video where I customized my sketchbook covers, because I know that's something fun that can really get you into sketchbooking. That's it. Have the most wonderful week and I'll see you next time. Bye.